Yo everyone, it is KrushTheDeveloper back with another awesome tutorial for y'all. Now before we start, I need to say that approximately 70% of my viewers aren't subscribed. That's outrageous. You need to subscribe to the channel, post notifications on if you're going to be watching my videos. Alright, now let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is go to the start UI and add a screen UI. We will call this loading screen. There. Now we can go ahead and add a frame right here and set the size to, not position, size, 1, 1, 1, 1, right here. Actually, 1, 0, because we don't want anything set the offset. So, we 1, 0, 1, 0. There, it should look like this. So it's full screen. Now we can go ahead and click this right here. I'm going to go ahead and make it like this color stuff. So yeah, you can put any color you like, but I'm going to put this like this. Now I'm going to type in loading frame. There we have our loading frame. Now we can go ahead and add a text label. This will be our header, so I will go ahead, no pun intended, and type in header. And then I'll go ahead and resize and add it right here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the background invisible, set it to text scale, make the text white, and I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to say, welcome to Adventure Simulator. And I can just add an emoji right here. So you can put in anything you like, but I decided to put in Adventure Simulator. So you can type in your own thing and stuff like something obby or whatever it is. But I'm going to leave it like this. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go add a text label. And we're going to go down here and just resize the text label. I'm going to add it like right here. I think that's good. And then I'm going to call this right here. Where is it? There you go. I will call this loading info. So it's gonna, this is going to record how much assets out of all of them have been loaded. So we'll just go ahead and make this white and bold text scale, not rich text, bold, and we're gonna say NaN /NaN assets loaded. There. So you don't need to put the NaN thing, but I just like it, you know. So I'll just add it right there. Loading info. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add a frame. This is going to be our bar, but not yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just resize it how I want. I'll do this. And then what I'm going to do, I will call this right here outer bar. So this is going to be the outer side of our bar. Now I know what you're thinking. I could just add a UI stroke and then there. But if I add a UI stroke and the loading bar is going to resize, so the UI stroke. Well, we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and add a UI stroke in this, and not UI stroke, UI corner here. And then I'll resize it to, let's say 1, 0. So there. I think that looks good. Alright, now the last thing to do, now the last thing for this loading bar is just add the loading bar. Actually, I can just duplicate this, insert it here, and I can just set it this position. I will make it a bit brighter. I think that's a good one. Actually, no, I wanted to make it a bit brighter so it can like stand out. There you go. There you go. That's much better. And now I'm going to call this one the loading bar. So I'll say loading bar. And there you go. We have our loading bar. And the last thing we need is our percentage. So we're going to go ahead and add a text label inside the outer bar so it doesn't resize, so it doesn't reposition with our loading bar. And then we're going to go ahead and call this one no accidents. And then we're going to call this percentage. There. Now I'm going to go ahead, set the background transparency to 0. And then I'm gonna do NaN%. Again, you don't have to do this. You could just keep it blank. So I'm gonna go ahead and press OK, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make the text bold. There. Now my loading screen looks good. I'm done with that. Now we can go start scripting. So add a local script inside the GUI, and we're gonna go ahead and type the following: local ts equals game :get service tween service, and then we're gonna do local game. Local rf equals game :get service replicated first, and then we're going to do local tween params equals tween info dot new, and right here we're going to put in our values and stuff. So if you're not familiar about tween info, I'll leave a link down below so you can take a look at how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do 1 second here, and then I'll set the easing style with enum.easingstyle.quint because I want it to be fast. And then enum.easingdirection.in. You can put in whatever you want, but I'm going to do in. I'm not going to have it repeat. I'm going to not have it reverse. And it's not going to have a delay. There. Now the next thing to do is we're going to go ahead and type in local loading info equals script.parent.loading.info. And then we do local percentage, or loading percentage, I'll say, loading percentage equals script.parent.outerbar.percentage. And then we're going to do local loading bar equals script.parent.outerbar.loading.bar. There. Now we're going to go ahead and type in local assets equals game get descendant. So this will get everything inside it. It's going to get the child of the child of the child of the child of the child, you know how it goes. So we're going to do that. We can get descendants. And then the last thing we'll do, type in local CP equals game get service content provider. Alright, so there. Now, what we're going to do, press enter. I'll say for I equals 1, comma, space, hashtag assets, not assets. We're going to say hashtag assets because we need an integer here. And if we do hashtag and then the table, it's going to return the number of the items inside the asset. So, yeah, we'll do. And then what we're going to do is, no pun intended, type in local asset equals assets, and then put brackets here, and we'll type in I. So there. Now we're going to go type in CP. Oh wait, before we actually do this loop, we need to disable the default loading screen. So we're going to do RF remove default loading screen. There. Now we can do CP preload async, and then it's going to go ahead. We're going to go and type in asset here with these two deformed brackets. Now that we've done that, we can go ahead and go here. We're going to type in loading info dot text equals toString I, and then dot dot, and I'll add a string here with a slash, and then dot dot toString hashtag assets, and then dot dot again. Oops. And I'll add a space, and I'll say assets loaded. Exclamation point. Now we're going to do loading percentage dot text equals, and I think math dot round 100 divided by, we need to put this in parentheses by the way, 100 divided by hashtag assets, and then space, multiplied by I. So this is going to, we're basically going to split 100 into the amount of assets there are into that much pieces. So let's just say there are like 2,000 assets. We're going to split 100 into 2,000 assets, and for every time, and then the number is going to get bigger for every asset that's loaded. So yeah. So math.round, and also we need to convert this into a string. So toString math.round, and then dot dot, and I'll just add a percentage sign in the string. There. Now the last thing we're going to do loading bar dot size equals udem2 dot from scale. Now before we do that, we need to make sure that our GUI objects, all of them except for the UI corner, UI strokes, we need to make sure that they're all scale values. All the sizes and positions are scale values. So we're going to go to the plugin. We're going to go to AutoScale Lite, add a unit conversion, and we'll just click scale for position and size. I'll leave this plugin in the link description below, just like the document for TweenInfo. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and get our loading bar size. So we get our size. So apparently our size is 0.96. We need to keep this right here. So we're going to just press Control X so we can cut it. Basically, it copies and deletes the text. And then we're going to type in 0. So we're going to make the X size 0, but keep the Y size. That's very important. Now we're going to do udem2 from scale. And then we're going to do another parentheses. We'll say 0.96 divided by hashtag assets, and then multiplied by I. There. And then we'll do a comma, and then just get the Y, value for the scale. There. Now we have that. The last thing we need to do is just go ahead and type in if I equals hashtag assets, then we're going to go ahead and type in TS create script.parent.loading frame. Wait, script.parent. There, so it's in our frame. So this is the loading frame right here. This entire big thing, the gray thing, that's our loading frame. Now I'm going to do comma, and we're going to use the tween info, which we call tween params, and another comma, we're going to create a table that says position equals udem2 dot from scale again, yes, 0, 1. There you go, 0, 1. So we're going to move this all the way down, but we're not going to move all the way here. So yeah, 0, 1. Still there. So now if we go ahead and test the game, we should be able to have our assets loading, as you can see. Oh wow, it's loading pretty fast. And seems like, oh, that's right. The thing isn't moving down because we've created the tween, but we haven't played. So we just gotta do colon, play at the end. There you go. Now if we load it up, as you can see, we have our assets loading up and it's going up super fast. And it goes down and our loading screen is finished. Now I'm pretty sure you noticed something inside the game while we're playing. As you can see, this thing right here, this can be very annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the loading screen GUI, and then we're going to check ignore GUI inset. So this will keep it at its position, will not be moved. And there you go, we have it right here, it's not somewhere else. And as you can see, it loads, it shows the percentages, our how many assets has been loaded, and the progress bar. So we have a completely working GUI loading screen. I hope that video was helpful and that you learned something new. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, post notifications on, and comment down below. Have a great day, y'all.